Captain short-handed. Laffa makes a move. Goes to the net. And scores! Greco, a shot. Scores! The guy comes! Greco provides the insurance. Here's the shot. Save better!
You're watching Southern Lehigh Spartans hockey only on Nick's Hockey Broadcast. You're watching the Phantoms Cup Final only on Nick's Hockey Broadcast. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the PPL Center, where in the varsity division, we will begin the best-of-3 matchup in the varsity division in the Lehigh Valley Scholastic Hockey League. And this year, the year 2023, it will be between the defending champion Southern Lehigh Spartans and the Northampton Konkrete Kids. For Southern Lehigh, they defeated Bethlehem Area School District 6-5 in an epic game. Anthony Greco scored to give the Spartans a 6-5 lead with less than 1 minute to go to secure the deal. Southern Lehigh has 9 wins, 3 losses, 1 tie overall this season, and the Spartans lost to Northampton 6-1 back in October, but bested them 6-1 in their second matchup of the season later on in January. As for Northampton, this year they are 12-1-0. They won 2-1 over Nazareth. In their semifinal matchup, they took the lead on a power play goal from Tyler Matute with about 3 minutes to go in the game. And they won the LVSHL title of 2021. So they won in 2021. The Spartans won in 2022. So the winners of the last 2 championships will face off to win yet another one to the resume. Again, this is a best-of-3 series. So the winner of this game will take a 1-0 series lead. Game 1 is tonight. Game 2 is Wednesday at 8:40. And Game 3 will be a later date next week to be determined if necessary. And now, time for tonight's starting goaltenders. In net for the Northampton Konkrete Kids is number 35, Balin Smargiassi. 12 wins, 1 loss, and a tie. And in net for the Southern Lehigh Spartans is number 80, Blake Bennard. 9 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. So both teams 1-1 against each other in the league. Arguably the best 2 teams in the varsity division will face off in this final. Kloss, Casey, Greco, Litvak, and Penniger out for the first line for the Spartans. Coots, Lazares, Molokov, Tita, and Lambert out for the first line for the Kids. Molokov and Kloss for this face-off. Puckins dropped, and we are underway in the 2023 Phantoms Cup Final. It's the Spartans and the Konkrete Kids. Penniger, as the music continues to play on a 1-on-2, gets a shot on net and goes off the stick of Balin Smargiassi. Unusual to have the music playing in the middle of beginning the game. It's almost seemed like a movie scene in a hockey game as it was finally turned off. Kuz, front there for Lorenzo Tito, taken there by Greco, who shoots it to the net of Balin Smargiassi, who easily paddles it away. Rock Lazares off the boards to center ice, and it's connected there to the captain, Jack Casey, who scored from center ice to tie the game at 5 for the Spartans against Bethlehem last Thursday. Definitely the most surprising part of that entire game, as now Tita will bring it over the line, trying to get the shot, the stick of Nolan Sargent. This puck now goes back towards the corner. Tita tried to rattle towards the corner of James Penniger, stayed on their feet. Nearly forechecked by Molokov, taken by Ethan Myrick, who got his 3rd goal of the season last game in the playoffs. Nicholas Shockey takes the puck himself into the Spartans and gets a shot on net, but it's whistled down for an offsides. 15:51 to go in the first. No score early on. Off the tie-up, the Spartans win it defensively. Daniel Musgrave in front towards Nick Humphrey, who also scored his 3rd goal of the season last game. Myrick tried to bring it to the zone as Sargent ran into Ryder all over the blue line. Speaking of Sargent, he takes the puck as he'll clear it back from around behind. He falls down as the Kids regroup on defense. Shockey's pass goes off the side of the net. Smargiassi. Humphrey tried to steal it away, but couldn't come up with it. This pass goes now to Ryder, all intercepted by Musgrave towards MJ Edwards, who backhands it into the zone. Nicholas Shockey lost the puck to his brother Bryce Shockey brings it away. This pass deflected. Nice play by Wamelsi. Guy on a 2-on-2 for Anthony Greco. His shot. Nice save made by Smargiassi with the left pad. A drive there by Penniger. Deflects wide towards the crease again as Shockey will backhand it past the blue line and out. Icing will be the call against the kids. Just like last game, the Spartans have their student section in attendance. Northampton has their own student section on the other side. Both student sections actually switch sides for each period. I would not be surprised if these two do the same. Off this face-off, John Wolfel will give it back to Stefan Gunning. He's checked hard there by Anthony Greco as someone goes into the bench, and we will have a penalty from that from Anthony Greco. It'll be an interference call as Northampton will go on the power play. Once again, I hate to say it, Greco, even though he's a great forward, he's very familiar to being in the penalty box. He had a penalty last game, and he's back in the box of shame again. Interference on Anthony Greco. Power play about to begin. Off this draw, the Spartans take it away short-handed as Penniger will clear it down to kill some time. Off the stick of Smargiassi. As Nicholas Kus will make the pass towards Lorenzo Tita. No, he turned it over to Myrick, but he couldn't forehand it to his stick blade as the Spartans still kill some time. That's cleared in by James Penniger. As Tita will take his time with a minute 35 and counting to go on the power play. Tita stops back. He's got a lot of speed. You got to watch out for him as they got there for Kus. His shot deflects wide of the net of Blake Bennett as Casey couldn't clear out of the zone. Shot by Lazares. They score! Gavin Molokov tipped it en route. Power play goal. And the kids lead 1-0. Gavin Molokov, his 12th goal of the season. That's his first goal against the Spartans this year. He scored none in the 2 games these 2 teams played in the regular season. Gets a tip there as the kids lead 1-0. Greco now out of the box as he is currently on the bench. Tanner Alt, forechecked by Nolan Sargent as the Spartans got to be careful here. Maybe early on, but Northampton's offense is relentless. When these 2 teams last played, the Spartans won 6-1, but the kids were missing Bryce Shockey and Ryder Alt. It was still an impressive win for the Spartans at the time, but they were not at full strength, but they are now. Musgrave got it to Cole Schwartz, who was out last game. He was inactive. He's back on the roster tonight. Apparently, he was in the state of Florida at the time of the playoff game on Thursday, but he's here. He's here tonight. As Sargent shot blocked down by a body of Kristen Ivenko, as now MJ Edwards takes it the other way. Edwards a shot. Easy glove save made by Smargiassi as he holds on. Off this face-off here as these Spartans try to get it back out from Anthony Greco. Off a few sticks, Wavak try to whack it away. Tita will get checked there by Greco, who recently caused the penalty. Hate to say it again, as Wavak will backhand it back towards the corner. Spartans trying to get control as Kus is run into by Anthony Greco, but the kids move back the other way. Tita moving on 2-on-2. He's got Lambert trying to move on an angle. Takes a shot, goes high and wide, and deflects and stays inbounds. Kus to Rothbutt in front for Tita, trying to get around Penniger. Greco has it now. That goes off the stick blade of Kloss. Here comes Jack Casey with James Penniger trying to bust around the fence. Goes down as it's poke checked away. Illegal defensive play made by the kids to stop the Spartans getting their best chance on goal so far. Shots on net 3-1 in favor of the Spartans, but the kids lead 1-0. Their only shot is a goal so far. Greco takes it back away, takes a shot, and it goes wide. This puck goes past the blue line down towards center ice, and Sargent and Musgrave will have to take the puck themselves. Fresh legs for both squads. Tyler Matute who had the game-winning goal against the Nazareth Blue Eagles for the kids a few days ago. And now it's Ryder Alt. His shot's blocked out by a Spartan body, and it goes back to the corner. Matu tried to make a pass at the side of the net, but it was fanned down. Taken there by Ryder Alt. Threw it across there. Shockey couldn't get a shot on net as Musgrave got in his way. Wraparound try. Deflected. It did not go. Not sure if Benner got a piece of it. Now it's Meyer trying to get to Nick Humphrey. Couldn't connect on the play as the Spartans need to keep the puck out of their own end. Having trouble with that so far, as Rosales couldn't keep it out of the zone. Sergeant Arister, easy save made by Smargiassi, as he'll stop play with 11:02 to go. Humphrey and Rosales are checking each other. The official will break it up before they'll result in fisticuffs. I'm not sure if I would go against Rosales, Humphrey. He is, I would say, the biggest player on the ice. Humphrey is a bit of a feisty character, but that might not have been wise, but it was broken up just in time. Kloss tried to take a shot on net right off this faceoff, but failed, as Rosales previously mentioning him. Well, getting in front for Shockey, trying to get to Ryder Alt, but they couldn't get on a connection and feed. Now it's Anthony Greco looking for some redemption. Greco, shot goes wide of the glove as he took down Nicholas Shockey. And now Tyler Matude off the boards there. In the zone there is Sargent. His shot's blocked down towards tip on the stick of Mamelza as Kloss trying to wrap it around. One-time blast by Musgrave deflects as it goes out of play. His face-off's controlled there by the Spartans briefly as Dumbeck clears it off the boards and back to neutral ice. Casey to Cole Swartz. He'll take his time to bring it past the line. Fanned on his clearing attempt into the zone as the kids take it back the other way. Christian Ivenko will chase it as Penniker will shoot it back to center ice. Spartans bring it back the other way. It's MJ Edwards. His shot swallowed up there by Smargiassi. We have a total of 12 seniors on the ice tonight. 8 for the Spartans, 4 for the Konkrete kids. Bennard, Sargent, Levac, Lamelza, Musgrave, Kakasi, Penniker, and Greco are the seniors for the Spartans. Guttigans, Dumbeck, Nicholas Shockey, and Ryder Alt are the seniors for the Konkrete kids. Kakasi will fire one. Goes off of Smargiassi. Rebound there. He thought he had it as Humphrey has the puck nearly behind the net. Smargiassi and Nicholas Humphrey are no strangers. I'll explain what I mean by that in the next whistle. As Cole Swartz trying to get around the stick of Guttigans. Chip back to the corner of Nicholas Kutst as he's checked behind by Nicholas Humphrey. Cole Swartz is there as Kutz will bring it back out of the zone himself. He's got Tanner All as a left-wing passing option. Got it towards him, but he couldn't make the connection play. Gets the puck in the corner. Line change for the kids. Tanner All keeps it just onside in front there for Andrew Rothbard. He'll have to chase after to the corner. Rothbard to Tita. Tita will still hold on. Waiting as he moves around the high slot, trying to escape Swartz, and does. As Tita will make a pass in front. They score! Kevin Moakoff does it again. Another tip-in goal on the doorstep of Blake Bennard. And Northampton is up 2-0 now. Moakoff had no goals against the Spartans going into this game. And with 9:01 to go in the first, he's got 2 against the Spartans, and the kids lead 2-0. This puck is cleared back into the zone, and this will be an icing against the Spartans as they are down 2-0. They're in a little trouble so far. Plenty of time to get back into the game, but they got to be careful before things get ugly. Off the time, Tita drive goes high off the glass as Lambert tried to get a rebound towards the goal crease as it deflects back towards around the corner. Rothbard kicked it off his skates. Tita takes it back away, trying to move nicely by towards the net as it's just lost, and they score! Lorenzo Tita, what a magician on that play as he's been all year long. Didn't matter how many Spartans were in front of him, he just walked right in, smashed the door. Tita really did a lot to drive it towards the net as the Spartans are in a lot of trouble now. They are down 3-0. Only 8:20 to go in the first. My goodness. So again, in the regular season, the kids beat the Spartans 6-1, and then the Spartans beat them 6-1. The Spartans had a 1-0 lead in their first game, but then allowed 6 unanswered, as they allowed 3 unanswered so far. All gets ran into by James Penniger. Jack Casey on the corner now, backhands it off of Matute as Penniger couldn't get out. And now, watch out. Here's all poke chipped away. Rebound goes wide from Shockey. out in front again as it deflects off of Spartans stick and one. Spartans have had a lot of trouble in front. Nice save made by Benner. We have a delayed penalty, and it is against Southern Lehigh. Smart Giossi goes to the bench, 6-on-5. Lazard is a shot high and wide. Oh, rebound save made by Benner. It's still loose as they'll call play dead. But regardless, Northampton is going back on the power play. Who will this be against? It'll be against James Penniger. He goes to the box of shame. Big penalty kill coming up for the Spartans as they're already down by 3. Power play now begins for Northampton once again as Greco will shoot one all the way down. No icing since this is a penalty kill for the blue and gray. Nicholas Shockey has Malakov in front of him as he passes the puck towards him, twirls back around. It's been hot in this period for obvious reasons with 2 goals. Tita, over the line he goes. Ran into the stick there of Greco. Still has possession, however. Tita will backhand pass there for Kutz as Tita is still waiting back towards the point as the Spartans get it out from the clearing chance there by Eric Kloss. Shockey. He can hit hard right into the corner there. Good play by Anthony Greco. Gets a shot, and a save is made by Smart Giossi. And now it's Kloss. Kloss can't get a backhander. Goes off the Northampton stick as Nicholas Shockey will give it to Lorenzo Tita. Looks at his options. Gets the puck back towards the corner. But apparently they have called play dead. Appear to be an offsides here against Northampton. This puck is now gathered up by Andrew Rothbaugh. Off the skates of Ethan Myrick. He'll take it. Myrick will try to whack one past the blue line. It did not go forward towards in front as Mosgrave's fan clear got just enough to get past the blue line. 42 seconds to go on the James Penniger minor penalty. Lazaris to Malakov. Malakov out with either Rothbaugh goes off of Mosgrave as this will be yet another offsides against Northampton. Jack Casey clears it right away. As the Spartans will kill more time on this penalty on James Penniger, still sitting in the box of shame. Smart Giossi was Zaris right into Greco as he was aggressively going after the puck shorthanded. He takes possession. Greco tried to wrap one around a few through Malakov, but he lost the puck. Shockey. Rothbaugh tipped it into the zone on an onside play. MJ Edwards, power play about to expire for Northampton, and it just has. Penniger is freed out of the box of the shame. The Spartans survive, but they're still down by 3. Matuda, as he fell down, trying to pass it to Malakov, but the Spartans defense takes it back. Casey to Eric Kloss. Kloss will bring it past the blue one. Kloss, a wrist shot. Nice save made by Smart Giossi. 5 minutes to go in the first period. Northampton leads 3-0. Kristen Ivanka gets taken down. Meanwhile, the kids bring it back the other way as they dump it back into the zone by John Wolfel as Blake Benner will just squeeze the puck to hold on. Northampton's had a few good tip-ins so far. McCray Ross is on the right wing right now for Northampton wearing that Shane Gostisbehere 53. At least when Shane Gostisbehere used to play here with the Phantoms and the Philadelphia Flyers. Gostisbehere is the reason why McCray Ross wears 53, actually. John Wolfel and Casey for this tie-up. As it goes under the official, Kloss will take it back the other way. He'll try to burst with speed. Kloss has so many defenders around him, he needs some help. Kloss, a wrist shot off the block of there, Smart Giossi. Well, Melza trying to get a chance towards Kloss. Goes off a few skates of Wolfel. As now Dumback as Ross. Oh, man! McCray Ross is leveled there by Boris with back. As Ross, he appears to be shaken up. He is not okay. McCray Ross got leveled by Boris with back. He is in distress. He's still down on the ice. I think we're going to get some medical assistance here. Levac is going to go to the penalty box as a result. But obviously the bigger concern is that if McCray Ross is okay, he's still down. He's starting to lean back up. Coach Ruff is actually on the ice right now, as well as many of Ross's teammates. He's on one knee. He got really hit hard towards the boards from Boris with back. That will be a penalty against the Spartans as a result, but we'll see if Ross will get up here. Hopefully he's okay. Ross is going to get some assistance, but he is up on 2 feet. The crowd giving him an applause. They'll carefully get him off the ice. Hopefully he's going to be okay. as he's slowly approaching the bench. So Ross will go into the bench, and we'll see if he goes into the locker room. He appears to be going to the locker room to get checked out, and we'll give you an update if he returns at any point. But as we are about to get play back underway, Northampton is once again going on the power play. 2-minute penalty on Boris Wivak for that check on McCray Ross, as that shot's blocked there by Benner off the side of the net. Here's a shot, saved made by Benner from Lorenzo Tita. Back towards the point. Nicholas Kuchnis, he'll still hold on. He's got Dunn back right behind him. Side of the net. Tip. Nice right patch stop by Bennard. From Molokov looking to get the hat trick in the first period. As Sargent will hit it off the glass towards the defensive side of the ice, for Northampton at least. Molokov in front towards Ryder. All couldn't make the connection play. Edwards will now get one all the way down towards the other side of the ice, as Tito trying to dangle around MJ Edwards. Tito will turn back in front there for Brock Lazarus. Chases after it. Backhander will go back to the corner. Tito will still try to get around. Greco got around back him towards the circle. Tito will try to move right around towards the net as he lost control of the puck as he was going behind the goal. Takes the puck back anyway as he backhands it to Lazarus. 46 seconds to go in the power play for Northampton. Tito will still wait. Rips one. Glove save made by Bennard. Northampton takes the puck back at center ice. Nicholas Shockey. Lazarus in front of the tip stick of Bryce Shockey goes to the corner. Bennard sweeps one towards Bryce Shockey, kept in over the line as Lambert will get it towards Lazarus. 20 seconds on the power play for Northampton as that shot goes wide towards the right corner. Nicholas Shockey. Nailing to stick of Humphrey. Gets a shot. Nice save made by Bennard as it's blocked by the defense. Humphrey backhands it and gets it out. Smargiassi will leave it for Brock Lazarus as the power play has just expired. Levac is out of the box. He'll go right to the bench. On a line change now, Northampton will try to go in with room as Lambert's on the corner, flips one towards the circle as Cole Swartz try to get possession. Nick Humphrey touched it as the defense for Northampton takes it back. Nicholas Shockey taken away by Cole Schwartz. Casey will try to kick it free from his stick as Northampton hits it off the side of the back of the net. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. 3-0 Northampton in this best-of-3 final series. Cole Schwartz try to chip one past the blue line. Goes off his helmet, actually. That's one way to use your head. Northampton gets some fresh legs. Casey twirls back around. Off the boards, it goes off the stick of Rothbaugh. Shoots one back towards the corner. Blake Benner leaves it off his stick. Tanner All will try to chase after his forecheck, but one hand of James Penniger. Rothbaugh kept on the zone off the glove of MJ Edwards. Spartans trying to move the other way. MJ Edwards trying to get around Nicholas Kuchnis as he's running out of room, and he lost the puck. Evenko, as the puck goes off of Cole Schwartz. Greco's waiting on the ice right now. Moskov and Sargent are waiting on the left and right points for the defense. Last minute to play in the first period. Anthony Greco to MJ Edwards. His shot goes wide on the blocker side of Smargiassi. Gunnigans passes it towards the blue line as Nolan Sargent has it now. Intercepted play by Rothbaugh, but not for long. Musgrave give it to his defensive lineman and Nolan Sargent. Shoots one into the zone. Smargiassi behind himself for Rothbaugh. As he'll get it in front off the tip stick of Musgrave. He tried to make a home run play. As Benner makes a save there. Exactly 30 seconds remaining in the first period. Tita won that face-off. Dumback tried to keep it on the point off the stick of Lamelza. In front from Molokov. Backhander goes off the back part of the net. Molokov is once again looking to get the hat trick only in the first period. Lamelza fanned on the clearing attempt as he ran to Lambert and stolen away by Tita. Tita in front of a tip stick of a Spartans defender that was Musgrave. Lazarus blasted one fan there. Molokov, a shot blocked there by it appeared to be Lamelza. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the first period. The Spartans have put themselves in a pit so far as they are down 3-0. They still have 2 periods left to go. And we will be back for the second. Second period about to get underway. A little update on Northampton forward number 53, McCray Ross. I have seen him on the bench. Spartans obviously trying to reset here as they're down 3-0 in the second period of this best-of-3 series in the Phantoms Cup final. Second period now underway. Northampton has never given up a lead more than 3 in a game. The most they've given up in a lead so far this season was 2, but in all the circumstances, when they're either down by 1 or 2, they came back in all of them. And their only loss in the season to Center Lehigh back in January, they never led in that game. So the Spartans in a very tough spot right now. Eric Kloss off a tip stick in front of Greco. Takes this on. Nice right pass on Argiossi. They score! Eric Kloss on a goal streak gets the Spartans on the board. Just what the Spartans needed 30 seconds into the second period. They get some momentum and they get on the board. Kloss scored last game for the Spartans. He scores yet again. The outstanding rookie. That is his 12th of the season. He's got the second most goals on the team as the Spartans get some life 30 seconds into the second period. Nolan Sargent will backhand it back behind himself where Musgrave will retrieve it. Off the stick there near Humphrey and Tyler Matute. Humphrey will clear one back from behind on his forehand towards the corner. Done back towards Brock Mazard is nearly intercepted by MJ Edwards. Goes to Nolan Sargent instead. Sargent a shot deflects wide. Tyler Matute trying to escape MJ Edwards and Nick Humphrey off a ricocheted stick as it's gathered up by Musgrave. Humphrey coming back towards the other side of the ice. He seemed to get in a slight collision with Dumback. As Nolan Sargent gets hit off behind his back from Tyler Matute. As the Spartans will now try to gain the zone as they'll gain possession. Smargiossi lost the puck. Greco! Oh no! Smargiossi got it! What a stop by Smargiossi! That's gonna be deja vu for him. Last year, he played a game for the Parkland Trojans. He turned over the puck just like that in the semifinal game in last year's playoffs. It was almost the same scenario where Nick Humphrey had an empty net and scored. In this situation, Greco got the puck, and Smargiossi, with a Dominic Hasek-like stop, scrambling across to the left side of the net as he gets a piece of it. Spartans that close for being down only by 1. But they're getting chances as that one trickles wide. Boris with back to Jack Casey. Some momentum finally driving for the Spartans. Blocked down by it appeared to be Anthony Greco. As now Christian Ivanko trying to escape Casey, but Paniger takes it now. Greco trying to move it on 1-on-3. Could he maintain control? Goes to Boris with Vac, who gets an easy shot as Smargiossi will cover that one up. A near heart attack for Northampton there. Deja vu from last year's playoffs, but luckily from their view, it did not happen that time. Off this time, the Spartans win it. Casey off the stick of John Wolfel. Levac will get the puck on the corner. Tries to lead one towards the point. Paniger kept it onside. Wolfel off the deflected pass. Paniger will flip one towards Levac. It goes off the pass. Smargiossi as he turns it away. The Kutst. Ran into by Greco. He's checked away. Stolen away by Greco. Good play as Greco make a pass but deflected off a stick and out of the way. Brought back the other way by Northampton. It'll move on a 2-on-2 as it's blocker down by Blake Bennard. Spartans student section starting to get a little more enthusiastic, at least by having the puck in their own hand, as we'll have a delayed penalty. Power play coming up for the Spartans. As they've been getting offensive chances these last few minutes, they'll have a chance to at least get more towards the net, as Northampton will be shorthanded. This penalty will be on Christian Ivanko. 2 minutes in the box of shame. He's got 4 points in 12 games this season. A big opportunity for the Spartans to potentially get back in it as they are down by 2 right now. 3-1 Northampton. Spartans win this faceoff. Casey intercepted by Tito. You do not want to give the puck to him, as he will shoot one towards the glove of Benner, who does not hold on. Jack Casey moving to the net. Backhander shot stopped by Smargiassi as Musgrave turns back around. He'll still run into Shockey. As the Spartans have pass in front for Kloss! Save made by Smargiassi as the kids clear it back out. 1:18 to go in the Evenko minor penalty as Musgrave will give it to Eric Kloss. Intercepted by Tito on a 1-on-2. He'll try to kill some time and maybe get a shot. Tito will turn back towards the corner, falls down. Greco takes it back the other way. Spartans can maybe hurry if they can move with numbers as they're trying to move on a 4-on-3. Greco dangles around to the net, and a stop is made by Smargiassi and covers to prevent any further rebound. A tad less than a minute to go on the power play. This faceoff is won defensively by the Konkrete kids. Dumback will unintentionally shoot it into the Spartans bench, and everyone appears to be okay, thankfully. Bryce Shockey will backhand, and a stick goes flying up into the air as this puck deflects and goes over into the seats. But no fans to pick it up there. Obviously, we don't have 10,000 fans here as we usually would for games for the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. All the fans are on this side of the rink. They'll get a new puck. They're about to drop it. Edwards and Shockey for the draw. 45 seconds on the Evenko power play. Greco tried to scoop up the puck right off this faceoff on the faceoff done. Edwards takes it as a backhand towards the net as it didn't have much power. Smargiassi will cover it up with the left glove. Things obviously are looking a little more encouraging for the Spartans, at least offensively, so far in this second period. We'll see if they can keep going as this puck goes past the blue line. The captain will now get it back towards neutral ice. It's Jack Casey, and he comes past the line. A wrist shot! Nice left pass stop made by Balin Smargiassi. Tipped back out by Northampton. Cooch guide for Bryce Shockey, who shoots it all the way down. Eight seconds on the power play. James Penniger on the left side. He's got Greco as a passing option. He'll get it towards the corner. Evenko is now in the box. The power play has expired for the Spartans. Musgrave off the tip stick of Ryder. All Edwards will get it into the Northampton end, as Southern Lehigh will get a line change. Shots on net 20-15 in favor of the Spartans, but the score is 3-1 Northampton. Shockey will get an easy wrist shot as Blake Benner will turn it aside with the right pad towards the left corner. Sargent, member of Phantoms Youth 18AA, gets ran into by Andrew Rothva. Musgrave will bring it back the other way himself, as trying to jab it away from his stick was Ryder Alt. But the Northampton defense will take it back, but not for much longer, as Myra can get it passed in front, but no Spartan to tip it back towards the goal crease. Ryder Alt lost control of the puck, gets it back down, gets checked there by Ethan Myrick, but this will be an offsides. For Ryder Alt, the player that was just bringing the puck into the zone, number 77 for Northampton, this is actually his first game this season against Southern Lehigh. He was out both times these teams played in the regular season at Bethlehem Municipal Ice Rink. Evenko trying to get around the defense as that shot goes wide of the net of Stefan Guttigenst. Sargent, Kloss, and Sargent trying to make a check there on Tanner Alt. Sargent still going after Alt. Evenko gets a wrist shot. Nice pad stop made by Benner as the rebound goes right into the glove of Benner as he scoops it away to stop play with 10:47 to go in the second. Malkuff won this faceoff as Lamels are trying to tip it back away from MJ Edwards, as Edwards will now shoot one towards the left corner, and because he wasn't past the red line, this will be an icing. Puck is dropped. We now continue to play on. Lazares on the right point towards Lambert off the stick of Sargent. Deflects toward Musgrave. It's bouncing knuckle puck off of Lamels' stick as he tried to whack it away from Dumback. Lazares will get it out of his own zone towards center ice and floats one all the way down towards the other side of Blake Benner. Malika, backhander towards the net, goes up the side of the cage. Not sure if Benner even touched it, but he was ready for it. MJ Edwards will go after it. Here comes Edwards. If he can get an angle, Edwards will still wait behind the goal. Threw it across to the Melsa. He couldn't pull the trigger. Now it's Greco. Goes wide. It hits the glass. The offense continues on for the Spartans, but will it be enough? We'll see. As this is stuck, it finally comes free. Tita takes possession on a 2-on-2. As numbers will develop here for the kids. Tita got around Casey. Goes to the net as the puck goes wide. Tita now to Musgrave. This puck deflects and stays in play as it bounces all the way to Dumback. Malikoff on his forehand. Banks to the boards to make a nice pass to Tita. Tita, jabbed there by Kloss, turns back around towards the point as he'll get it towards the corner as this puck rattles behind the goal. Casey will try to get it past the blue line as Cole Swartz couldn't get it out of the blue line himself. The kids move it back the other way. It's Lambert who tries to get a backhander, but it's blocked down by the captain, Jack Casey. Greco on the right wing ran to Andrew Rothwell, takes the ball. Centering pass with no Spartan there to tip it home. The nearest Spartan to it there appeared to be James Penniger. Kloss checks down Tyler Matute. Both players stay on their feet as Cooch kept it onside. Pass towards Matute as he couldn't get a shot on that as his pass deflected. This puck now goes off the glass back to center ice. 8.5 minutes to go in the second as Cooch will go behind the goal towards the corner in front, but as now the Spartans will bring it back the other way. Anthony Greco, he's got MJ Edwards. Greco will now make a backhander that goes wide behind the goal to Edwards in front. To Greco towards the net, and a save is made by Smargiassi. He took a lot of room there on the left side of the net. A little hard to stuff the puck there as Shockey will now at center ice bring it back into the Spartans territory. Gets a shot and it goes wide of the blocker side of Bennard. Swartz pass in front for Northampton, deflected off of Bennard as the Spartans will now try to carefully get back to neutral ice to Nick Humphrey. That goes off the chest of Shockey, shoved there by Musgrave, brought back the other way by MJ Edwards. Pass to Swartz, tipped wide. It was bouncing like a knuckle puck from Mighty Ducks 2. Although not the famous Mighty Ducks knuckle puck shot, it was still a knuckle puck regardless as Ryder Alt shot goes behind the net there. Skuddigan gets checked down on a legal play. Arm up in the air. We have a power play coming up yet again for Southern Lehigh. Benner was about to go to the bench as he will immediately go back towards his net. And Ryder Alt will go into the box. A shame, but it will actually, it will not be a power play. It seemed like it, or will it? Musgrave is towards the penalty box. It seemed like it was going to be a power play for the Spartans based on Benner going to the bench. Musgrave is talking to the official right now as he will go into the box. It will not be a power play for the Spartans. McCray Ross is on the bench right now. Not sure if he's even active, but he is at least on the bench. He does not have his gloves on, so he might be labeled as inactive at this point. But at least he's able to watch the game as Rosaris gets a wrister that goes wide towards the corner. So it'll just be 5-on-5 until the two penalties against Musgrave and Alt have concluded. As it's kept into the zone by Northampton to get a shot blocked down by James Penniger. Rosaris, a shot goes high and wide, way over the crossbar. Jack Casey. Rosaris picks it up. Blast one. It was fanned as the Southern Lehigh defense gains possession. Jack Casey off another tip stick in front for Nick Humphrey. Pass in front for Greco, but he couldn't maintain the play. Nicholas Shockey will shoot one, and it's gloved down by Blake Benner as he gives it back to James Penniger. Greco backhands it to center, chasing after for the Spartans as Humphrey, but he couldn't get to the puck in time. Penniger off the glass. It goes towards Nick Humphrey once again. As Tita got outlet pass, he's shoved there by James Penniger. Good play to make sure he couldn't maintain possession. As Rosaris lost the puck, intercepted by Anthony Greco, brings it over the line. As the puck gets a shot, goes wide. And now it's James Penniger. Spartans controlling here as Greco takes the puck on the left corner. Had 2 goals against Bethlehem last game, including the game winner as the Spartans took a 6-5 lead with less than a minute to go in that game. As Tita brings it to the line himself. Tita will go behind the goal. Benner out of position as he couldn't wrap it around. Tita is hurt. He's behind the goal. He is down. There's no penalty call. He is still hurt as play is whistled down. There was no penalties. Ross was shaken up earlier as he was out. He's out of equipment. Tita is now down behind the net of Blake Benner as he is on both his knees. We'll see if he's going to need any assistance to get back up. It was unfortunate enough to see Ross getting injured here, and if Tita, depending on how Tita gets off this ice here, if he's going to be out or at least shaken up, that will definitely hurt Northampton physically and obviously in their play calling for the rest of this series. Renzo Tita is going to get up, seemingly skating on his own power, gets an applause from the crowd, and hopefully he'll be okay. Now, just like how Ross went to the locker room, Tita will now go into the locker room. We'll see if he returns to the game. Tita did score last game for Northampton in their win against the Eagles. He got the first goal. It was a wraparound goal on Ryan Murphy, Nazareth goaltender. And he has 1 goal against the Spartans this season. It was back in October 17th to be exact. James Penniger takes the puck, gets a shot on it, deflected off the stick as Molokov takes the puck back. In front there for Bryce Shockey, trying to move around Sargent. Right into him. Good play by the defenseman, Nolan Sargent. And now it's with Vac. Clears it past the red line. No icing here. Shockey. Bryce Shockey to be exact. Obviously there's 2 Shockeys and 2 alts on Northampton. Bryce Shockey and Nicholas Shockey. Ryder Alt and Tanner Alt on the ice. Common names we'll be hearing from Northampton all year. As Matu left him behind for Kusa shot, and a blocker save is made by Blake Benner. A tad less than 5 minutes to go in the second. 3-1 Northampton. Shots on goal, 21. The shots on net, 22-21 in favor of Northampton. As that shot is now off the high stick of Blake Benner. As Molokov tried to get nicely by in a wraparound attempt. That shot goes off the mask. It appeared to bounce off of Blake Benner. As the Spartans will rush back the other way. Penniger on the right side. Wristing one goes high off the glass. You got to hit the net there if you want to maybe get back in this game. James, as Greco will wait back near the Northampton bench. Dangles through center ice nicely as he gets it past the right line, but this will be an offsides against Southern Lehigh. Nick Humphrey, backhander, nice save made by Smargiassi with the right pad as Kikasi keeps it onside. And now it's Humphrey in front for Schwartz. Goes wide of the net off the glove side of Smargiassi. Kloss keeps it on the right side off the stick of Gunnigan. Takes the puck as he'll have to regroup at center ice. And now it's Christian Ivenko who will take a one-time blast. It goes off of Eric Kloss back to the right corner. Casey flips one all the way down towards the neutral side of the ice. This puck goes all the way to the right corner, and it'll be an icing against the Spartans as a result. And do we have a penalty against Northampton? There's a Konkrete kid in the box of shame. We do. It's on Ivenko. He's back in the penalty box now. Apparently the Spartans are going back on the power play. Apologies for not pointing that out. That actually caught me a little off guard. But regardless, the Spartans get yet another chance offensively here. Blake Bennard leaving for the assistant captain, Anthony Greco. Musgrave trying to escape Molokov as the captain of the Spartans will get it to center ice. Kikasi to James Penniger. Penniger will shoot one back towards the corner. Lazarus will take the puck as he'll try to clear it back out, but he can't. It goes to Anthony Greco. Greco in the circle, trying to throw it across to Musgrave, blocked out by Nicholas Shockey as Lazarus will be unable to clear. Kikasi, the play catch to Greco. Spartans setting up their offense. Greco in front of Penniger, but it's tipped wide. Another shot, glove save made by Smargiassi as he scoops the puck out of the air. Just to point something out, Lorenzo Tita is back in the game. He's actually going into the bench right now, so that's a great sign for Northampton. Spartans win this face-off. Jack Akisi, one-timer, deflects off of Smargiosi's equipment off the high glass and stays in play. Greco, under his skates, is the puck, backhanded it back to the captain. Now it's Musgrave. Pass to Greco. Greco, a shot goes wide on the glove side of Greco. He had a lot of power there. It just wasn't enough accuracy. Kept onside by Southern Lehigh. Kloss back to Greco. He'll have to get back towards the puck. 50 seconds to go in the Evenco minor penalty. Now it's Musgrave. Musgrave, pass in front, deflected wide there from James Penniger. As Northampton can't get it out. Good play by Kloss, who gets a one-timer save made by Smargiossi with the glove. Kloss again as his puck bounces back behind the goal as Lazarus once again can't clear it back out. 30 as there's 25 seconds to go on the power play for Southern Lehigh. Northampton clears it back out. 13 seconds on the power play. Spartans going to move here. James Penniger on a line change in front for Greco as the Spartans couldn't get much room at center ice. As now, meanwhile, Gavin Molokov a move on the right wing in front, trying to be tipped there by Tita, blocks it down. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. We have a high sticking ruling as it's waved off. Coots in front from Molokov. He couldn't pull the trigger as he ran into the stick blade of Jack Casey. Kept onside there by Northampton. It's Coots who got a weak shot as Musgrave intercepted it. Anthony Greco on the right wing will dump it back towards the corner. Spartans get some fresh legs. Edwards and Greco try to go after it. But the Northampton offense takes it back. Tita trying to escape MJ Edwards turns back as Edwards trying to steal it away but failed. But the Spartans take the puck in their own possession. Musgrave on defense, moving in as a winger, but this will be an offsides against Southern Lehigh. 28.3 seconds to go in the second. Northampton brings it on a 2-on-2. As Ryder all couldn't get a shot as the puck went right towards the net. Benner, who holds on with exactly 20 seconds to go in the second period. Northampton tries to get a shot on net as Nicholas Shockey just did just enough to keep it onside, but the Spartans will now get the puck there from Daniel Musgrave. Clears it back towards the left boards. 5 seconds to go in the second period. The Spartans will just kill the clock here. It's 3-1 Northampton. After 2, we will be back for the third. Third period about to get underway. Northampton leads 3-1, although the Spartans offense seemed to show a lot more encouragement. In that last period, they scored their first and only goal of the game so far. 30 seconds into it, they got some really good offensive chances. Decent amount of power plays. They're down by 2. The shots on that are 24 to 22 in favor of Southern Lehigh. Just again, wanted to mention this is a best-of-3 series, so this will not be the last game between these two teams. But regardless, the Spartans are still down by a pair. Northampton with a 3-1 lead. Looking to be, at least we'll see if it will be a competitive third period. But Cray Ross was shaken up in the first period. He appears to be done for the night. He is on the bench, but without equipment other than a helmet. Lorenzo Tita was shaken up in the second period, but he's still in the game. Eric Kloss got the only goal of the period from either side in the second, as now the third and final period of regulation is underway. And Smargiossi will cover the puck right away as Greco got a wrist shot on net. Greco, as Kloss is rattled from behind by Lambert as the kids move back the other way on a 3-on-2. Tita tried to get towards Gavin Molokov, couldn't connect on that play. Casey off the stick of Lorenzo Tita. Lost the puck. Casey also lost it once again. Wazares taken back by the captain. Jack Casey on the left side. Wrist shot saved made by Smargiossi as there was no rebound try there for the Spartans. Still stuck on the corner under a bunch of players from Northampton and Southern Lehigh. His Molokov backhander was weak. Lamelza falls down as Southern Lehigh will take it back. Anthony Greco turns back through center ice. And he comes over the line as he backhands it towards the stick of Smargiossi. Goes to the corner. Nicholas Coots on the left wing. Jabbed off the stick of Greco as he still goes to the net. And he misses the net with the shot. Greco had to do a better job to maybe steal the puck away from him, but luckily from the Spartans' viewpoint, they did not get a goal from that because Nicholas Kuss missed the net. Didn't even hit Benner there. As meanwhile, Musgrave has it on the left corner. Shockey to Matute on the right wing. He's got it. Oh, his shot! As this puck is under the equipment of Blake Benner, I'm not sure if he was sure where the puck was. The back part of the netting seemed to move a little bit for a brief moment. It seemed to be, but Benner stopped it as we'll get a face-off to resume play. Off the tie-up. Northampton takes it. Shockey a drive. Glove saved by Benner once again. Sargent will back it, taken there by Ryder, all behind the net. Wraps it around, in for first shot, and I believe Benner got a piece of it there from Tyler Matute on the left side of the net. Northampton surging here as they still have it in the Spartans' end. As Swartz trying to get it out of the zone, nearly taken away by Alt. He'll chase after the corner. He lost his stick. He does not have a stick right now. He brings down Sargent. He's clobbering him towards the corner as he'll get his stick. A shot of that. It's gloved down by Blake Bennard. And based on Smargiassi going to the bench, there's a penalty coming up. It will be on Alt. Strange because Smargiassi was actually the one going to the bench, so this was a penalty against Northampton. He lost his stick. He was taking down a Spartan player in the corner. It'll be a penalty as a result, as the Spartans once again will go to the power play, much needed. Big penalty and power play coming from the Spartans, considering that they're down by 2 in the third. Still have time, but this is where they have to make their chances count, as they couldn't score in the power play in the second period, or first. Jack Casey in front there from Musgrave. Hits the right patch, stopped by Smargiassi, as Malakoff will backhand it towards Nicholas Kuss. Actually, no, that was Tita, who's will clear it back towards the right side. Jack Casey trying to steal it away was Tita, as the captain brings it back to the left side. Casey will hold on towards the corner, trying to get past in front. Couldn't get any Spartan to it, as he still has the puck now. For Penninger, shot blocked down by Malakoff, who backhands it out of the zone. And now short-handed Tita, and it goes wide. How in the world did he sneak around that defense? Spartans got to be careful as this puck goes into the Spartans bench. Daniel Musgrave will wait behind his net of Blake Bennard. Matute was trying to take the puck away as the Spartans will now carry back to the left side of Anthony Greco as a clear one back to the corner. 50 seconds to go in the Ryder Art penalty. As his fan pass goes to Kakasi and past the blue line, so the Spartans will have to regroup. Kloss with the only goal of the game for the Spartans thus far. In front for Greco. On the right side he comes. Greco trying to move around Nicholas Shockey as he goes behind that. Backhanded for Penninger as it deflects and goes behind the net. Shorthanded comes Northampton. Kuss lost the puck as it deflects off Kloss as he's ran into Anthony Greco. Penninger trying to bring it into the zone. Shockey blew a tire. Spartans steal it away. James Penninger pass in front, deflected off of Shockey as he will shoot one all the way down. And the power play has just expired for the Spartans once again. Right, they're all out of the box of shame and will stay on the ice. And now it's Musgrave as his wrister goes wide of the blocker of Smargiassi. Kloss makes a check on Wazaris. And meanwhile, Greco backhander, it's lobbed wide. It was blocked in front by Adam Dumback. Speaking of Dumback, he has the puck behind his goal. Tied less than 12 minutes to go in the third. 3-1 Northampton. Sargent unintentionally blocked the puck with his skate as it bounces, and they'll count that as it going out of play. Musgrave to Sargent as the music once again, just like in the first period, continues to play on. It's stopped. Dumback and Humphrey briefly run into each other. Malakoff will backhand it back towards the Spartans territory zone. No icing here. Sargent, as Musgrave will have Lambert right in front of him. They will take it away by Tita, and it is. Tita will wait, gets a shot. Right patch stop made by Bennard. Ethan Myrick, who got his third goal of the season against Bethlehem last game, as Edwards will get a wrister, and a glove save is made by Smargiassi, as Humphreys getting a little feisty after the play. And a check is made by Boris Litvak. That will be a penalty once again on Boris Litvak. Northampton's about to go on the power play, delayed call. As the Spartans touch up, Northampton will go back on the man advantage as Litvak, it seems to be the one back in the box, and he is for the second time tonight. Spartans on discipline and on the goal sheet have not been the greatest at tonight. There's been a decent amount of penalties on both sides, as they have to put all hands on deck here. Coos, a wrist shot that goes off of right all, appeared to be. Got a shot on net. Saved me by better. Rebound front, scramble, then they score! Power play goal for Northampton. 10 seconds into the man advantage. They lead 4-1. Gavin Molikoff with the hat trick. His third goal of the game. Had 2 in the first period. Has 1 here. And it's 4-1 Northampton. He had no goals against the Spartans all year, and all of a sudden he's got 3. As things are looking ugly for Southern Lehigh, but for Northampton, things are looking everything's pretty much looking according to plan from their perspective. MJ Edwards on the right side. Pass in front deflects towards Myrick, but did not go. Edwards trying to escape Tita. Puck to the back is Ethan Myrick as Molikoff will backhand it into center ice. Cole Schwartz in front there for MJ Edwards on the line. And a shot saved Smargiassi as he covers the rebound. Kakasi on the left side trying to move around. Gets a wrister that goes wide of the right corner. Tyler Matute off the left boards. Cleared back into over the line there by Cole Schwartz. Wazares will chase after it. As he'll give it to Ryder All, goes to Tyler Matute. 2-on-2, 3-on-2 now for Northampton as that shot goes wide of the glove of Benner. Penniger. Ethan Myrick on the right side. Passes it as he goes past the blue line. Dumback will get it out of the zone himself. And he comes past the line. Will still hold on, trying to get around the defense as a good play is made by Daniel Musgrave to block him with his back. Tanner All tipped the puck as Sargent goes down. Ryder All will take it away. Gets a shot right past him by Benner as the rebound from Bryce Shockey goes wide as we get a whistle to stop play with 9:08 to go in the third. This faceoff's controlled by Northampton. Tipped off Ivenko from Musgrave as well. Greco on the right side will clear it back into the zone. Musgrave back to Greco it goes. He'll try to move with some speed as he checks down. Apparently Nicholas Shockey. He's stuck under a bunch of Northampton bodies. Takes down Nicholas Shockey. He's getting rough with 2 Konkrete kids right now. They'll stop play. Is he going to get a little fight here? Or maybe not. So Ivenko in for Northampton again, and Greco once again in the box for Southern Lehigh. So Ivenko and Tanner All are in the box of shame for Northampton. And because of that, based on the number of players on the ice, this will be a power play for Southern Lehigh as it appears. Yeah, it is. Based on it being a 5-on-4 on the ice right now. Just to remind, this is a best-of-3 series, so the winner of this game will be up 1-0 in the 2023 LVSHL Phantoms Cup Final. Game 2 will be Wednesday at 8:40. The Phantoms Cup trophy has been in the building pretty much this whole playoffs, but there's a chance it could be awarded next game, regardless of what happens at the end of this one. So power play for the Spartans. Can they finally score on it? We'll see. If they want to get back in this game with 8.5 minutes of counting to go, they have to score now. Penniger and Musgrave around from the corner. Edwards will backhand it towards Eric Kloss. To stick towards Musgrave As Tina tries to escape shorthanded, Edwards does just enough to keep it onside, but Bryce Shockey will clear it back towards the right side of the ice. Casey, sloppy play there as Tina takes it away. Once again, shorthanded. He hit the post with a shot. He beat Blake Benner. He hit the iron there. Northampton that close to being up 5-1 shorthanded goal, but it did not go in. Cost a shot, and a save is made by Spargiassi. 1:02 to go on the power play for the Spartans. Bryce Shockey was down on one knee off that draw. Cost tried to get a shot, but it's blocked out by Northampton's stick as Cooch will turn back and wrap it around in his own zone. That goes off the stick of Casey. Northampton killing some time as they get it back to the right side of the ice. Musgrave to Jack Casey. Casey will move it across. Casey will dang around to the circle. Threw it across, but no Spartan there to get a shot on that as Northampton clears it back down. 26 seconds to go in the power play. 7 minutes to go in the third. 4-1 Northampton. Musgrave, outlet pass to MJ Edwards. Edwards has Humphrey as a passing option as Edwards will try to go right towards the net as he lost it from Brock Wazares. Ryder Alt lost the puck as Edwards will scoop possession. Power play has ended. We're back to 5-on-5. Sargent! Save made by Spargiassi as the kids cleared out. Tanner Alt will turn back around behind this net. Spargiassi will keep her eyes on Blake Bennard if Coach Greco wants to pull him to make it 6-on-5. As the Spartans are down by 3. 6 minutes to go in regulation. Musgrave, pass to Penninger, tipped wide. Now it's to Sargent. Save Spargiassi as he'll stop play. 5:57 to go as we get some almost seem to be unnecessary, if not just physical shoves immediately after the play. The Spartan student section shaking the glass as they always like that rough stuff in the game of hockey. Kloss will go for this face-off against Molokov. And Kloss won it. Greco on the corner takes a shot as it's swallowed up by Spargiassi, one of his easier saves of the game. The Spartans do have more shots on net compared to Northampton, 34-29. But obviously that's not the statistic that fully matters as it's 4-1 Northampton. They're asking for several Christmas miracles at this point if they want to get back into this game. But their season will not come to an end tonight if they lose or win, obviously. As game 2 will be Wednesday at 8:40. Southern Lehigh did lose game 1 of the LVSHL finals last year against the Central Catholic Saints. But this game is not over just yet. As Eric Kloss takes a shot as he tried to toe drag it back towards the net as Spargiassi turned it away. Tita tried to tip it back out towards the line, and Lambert will do that instead. Now Tita stops. Tita to Molokov, tipped off his stick. Behind, tried to make it behind backhander. There was Lambert, but it did not have enough power. Rothbach towards Lambert. Musgrave. Ran into by Lorenzo Tita as he moves back around towards the point and now towards the high slot. Tita still looking for some options as he's had the puck quite often in this game. In front for Molokov. It goes off a tip stick back to Tita. It goes, takes a shot from the angle as this will go past the blue line. 4:38 and counting to go in the third. 4-1 Northampton. Bennard still in his net. MJ Edwards will chase after it as the Spartans get a line change. Tyler Matute. Intercepted by Jack Casey, but not for much longer. Kids bring it back the other way as Ryder Alt gets as Bryce Shockey gets a wrist shot, and it's gloved down by Blake Benner. 4:16 to go. Wazares will take a one-time blast that goes high and wide over the glass. Lamelza touched the puck as this is still tipped back out towards center ice. And now it's Ryder Alt once again, bringing it past the line, goes around there. Penninger trying to get a left wing feet, gets taken down by the captain of Jack Casey. As Northampton at this point is trying to kill as much time as they can. James Penninger Lost the puck from Nicholas Shockey. Now goes to MJ Edwards. Save Smargiassi. One thing Smargiassi's been good through this game, other than not allowing many goals, obviously, has been rebound control. A lot of times he's been able just to swallow up pucks like that to prevent any further chances on net. We have a penalty coming up here. This will be against Northampton, as we had a slight collision near the right side of the ice as the Spartans were bringing it into the Northampton zone. Nicholas Shockey in the box, 2 minutes for holding. Timeout appears to just concluded. Blake Benner is on the bench. Spartans down by 3. They are going on the power play now. They've had plenty of opportunities throughout all game. So it will be 6-on-4. Good time to pull Benner considering they're on the man advantage and down by 3. The puck gets dropped and now we continue to play on. Jack Casey with a shot blocked down by a Northampton defender that appeared to be Dumbback as the Spartans control. Musgrave behind himself for Boris with Vac. So it goes for Kloss as Molokov will clear it past the line. Casey trying to take it away with Tita. Musgrave to the right side of Eric Kloss. Kloss as the Spartans control. That pass goes off of Molokov past the line as it's jabbed by Jack Casey with one hand on his stick. Speaking of Jack Casey, he takes back the puck himself, as he's done several times on this game. Casey behind the net trying to make a shot as Smargiassi appears to get a piece of it as he gets another shot that goes wide of the net of the blocker side of the Northampton goaltender as Northampton goes for the empty cage, scores! And guess who? Gavin Molokov. He will obviously get the star of the game if Northampton names him that. And the Konkrete kids, unless the Spartans get a huge miracle here, may have just sealed the deal as they get the empty net goal. Cole Schwartz, his first playoff game this year, got a shot blocked in front by Stefan Guttegenst. As Greco has it on the right point, trying to chip it away there from Guttegenst as Schwartz make a pass towards MJ Edwards, but he couldn't tip it home. 1:37 to go in the game. The Konkrete kids at this rate seem to be running away with this game, as they'll get a 1-0 series lead in the 2023 Phantoms Cup final. Game 2 will be Wednesday, same place and time, PPL Center at 8:40. As Northampton will get a chance to win their second title in 3 years. And meanwhile for the Spartans, they won't be dead just yet, but they will be if they lose again on Wednesday. Again, the Spartans did lose Game 1 of the finals last year to Central Catholic. They won 2 straight to win their first ever title. But their backs are going to be behind the walls because at least in Game 1 last year when they lost to the Saints, it was a competitive matchup. They lost that game 5-3 to Central Catholic. The last goal was an empty netter. But even though the shots have been relatively close, and it's actually more in favor of the Spartans, Northampton just had much better chances. They had better tips on net. And for Southern Lehigh, they have to work on their special teams. They had plenty of power play opportunities all game. None of them capitalized. As this puck's back towards the other side, Humphrey and Wolfel will try to check one another, as they'll likely go in the boxes as a matter of that. Humphrey really trying to shove him down. They both stay on their feet with 9.5 seconds left. Humphrey's going to go to the box, but he won't be in there much longer as the game is about to come to an end. Same goes for Wolfel. Puck is dropped. Time's going to wind down. PPL Center. One last shot by Sargent. Tipped wide. The Northampton Konkrete kids, an exceptional effort, beat the Southern Lehigh Spartans 5-1. They lead 1-0 in the series in the LVSHL Phantoms Cup final. Game 2 will be Wednesday, where the Spartans will have to win to keep their season alive. But for Northampton, they are 1 win away to winning the 2023 Phantoms Cup final. So we will be back Wednesday. Both teams will get in the handshake line. Blake Benner, a tough night. Even if some of the goals weren't even his fault, he'll be in front of the line. And that is the end of the game. I'm Nicholas Garofolo. Thank you for joining us for Nick's Hockey Broadcast. The final score, Northampton wins 5-1 and leads the series 1-0 in a best-of-3 matchup. Good night and good hockey.